back in open session, hopefully close to, if not on time. So for the opening business, we have first the call to order and the land acknowledgement. So I'll read this. Good evening. As we begin this meeting, it's important to pay respect to and acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the Ohlone, Costanoan, and Esselen people, and additionally pay respect to elders, both past and present. So with that, I think we have a roll call vote. You want me to go for it, or you got us? Okay.
President Swanson is absent at this time. Dr. Elliot Hazen.
Here.
Trustee Laura Ottmar.
I'm here.
And Trustee Jennifer McNary.
Here.
Excellent. So and we have Trustee Carolyn Swanson.
Trustee Carolyn Swanson is absent.
Okay, perfect. So with that, we have a very short agenda. Thank you, Trustee McNary, for lending me yours. But the first part is we have the adoption of the agenda. So if anyone has any public comment, either in here or in person, or online, please make your way to podium or raise your hand. If not, I will read our closed session items, and then we will break to closed session to hopefully come back in time to make everyone home in time for dinner. So in terms of the closed session topics, we're going to consider, oh yes, please.
Point of order. Do we need to adopt the agenda before moving on? Yeah, I'm happy to make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented if there are no changes, Dr. Adamson. Okay, I will second.
Perfect. So with that, we have Trustee McNary moving and then Trustee Ottmar seconding. And so all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Against? Okay, thank you very much. I'm trying to rush a little too much. So we have negotiations, collective bargaining session, planning and preparation with the PGTA for 24-25, Government Code 3549 1D, executive session between the public employee and its designated representatives, Buck Rogovan and Dr. Linda Adamson, for the purpose of giving direction and updates. The same for the CSEA under the same code with designated representatives Claudia Ariano and Linda Adamson. I assume that won't be with Claudia though. That will be with her. Yep, with our new representatives for both of those. Then we have item 3 is our public employee discipline dismissal release leave complaint, and then an introduction to Principal Emily Sy Brownfield. So any public comment on closed session items at this time? Okay, with that at 5:36, I'll go ahead and gavel us out and hopefully come back close to 5:45 to introduce.
Being asleep at the beginning of this meeting, I was literally asleep at 5:30, but the Tylenol is kicking in and things are feeling a little better. So we are reconvening after closed session. The first 3 items were, there was really nothing. We just skipped over them. And the item number 4, meeting our new principal, Emily, and is it Sy Brownfield? We had a lovely conversation and it's so amazing to have you on board. So it was really great. So that's what happened behind closed doors, and let's all now stand for Pledge of Allegiance. And I think I'm going to kick it off this time. So ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thanks everybody. So moving on to, and this is probably going to be a short agenda. It is a special meeting, so we don't do a lot of the normal stuff that you would normally see us do with reading out on letters and public comment and all that stuff. That's not part of this particular meeting. We're skipping right on into consent, and which is just one item. Item A, approval of the principal contract for Robert Down.
Good evening, trustees. I am Buck Rogovan, the Chief Human Resources Officer for PGUSD, and it's my absolute pleasure and my honor to bring this item forward to the school board. Before we get started talking about an incredible person, I wanted to express my thanks and gratitude for the Robert Down staff members that served on the panel. It's an important meeting when you're helping to choose the leader of your school, and especially when it happens during the summer. People came in on their own time because they love their school and they want to make sure that we have the right leader for the school. And we are so fortunate that we found that person who is present here tonight. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Emily Cy Brownfield, who has 26 years of education experience. She started off as a special education teacher in rural Louisiana as part of the Teach for America program. And if anyone knows anything about the Teach for America program, you are motivated and passionate about teaching if you step into that program. And then she spent 4 years teaching first grade for LA Unified School District. So great experience teaching children to learn to read. You know that we know that first grade year is an important aspect of that. So great literacy experience. Her supervisors at the time recognized someone who could help out other instructors. And so she began kind of a phase of her career that was kind of a hybrid between intervention teaching and also coaching teachers that were at the site, doing sample lessons for people to be able to follow while she was helping to intervene with some of the students that needed in instruction the most. One of the things that's marked her career is a true passion for working with our student populations that have shown some of the greatest needs. So she's got extensive experience working with socioeconomically disadvantaged youth. She's got great experience working with English learners, and she's going to bring that to our district also with the expertise of working towards school transformation, being on site at Castroville Elementary School as an additional administrator as they worked to transform their school during her 12 years of experience at North Monterey County. She worked for several years at PGUSD, so she knows our local area very, very well. She's also heavily involved in the Association of California School Administrators, having served as the president of our region and also being named the Central Office Administrator of the Year. And while all that sounds wonderful, it pales in comparison to the quality of human being that Emily is. And so it is once again with great pride that we think we found an ideal fit for Robert Down School, and we strongly recommend that the board approve this hiring. Thank you.
Director Rogoman, just in looking at the agenda, I think what we would typically do, even though this is on consent, is now open it up to, there should be public comment on this particular item. So is there any public comment?
Do I need to push something?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you got your green light going. You're good.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank you, Dr. Adamson, board, and community for entrusting me with leading Robert Down Elementary. I am so honored and excited to join the Pacific Grove Unified School District to work with students and staff on a daily basis and to be part of this special close-knit group that is so dedicated to its students and improving in cultural proficiency. I especially look forward to being around elementary children, watching them play, learn, and discover the world around them. As Buck had mentioned, I do bring over 25 years of experience with 9 years in general ed and special ed teaching and coaching in elementary schools. 17 years supporting schools in administrative positions with a particular focus on intervention and transformational programs. And I especially love creating systems to help students discover what they love to learn and do and tie that to their future possibilities. I deeply believe that every individual deserves to be seen and heard and treated with kindness and respect, and that is true for our students and our adults. I'm eager to learn, grow, and engage with the students and staff at Robert Down and the larger Pacific Grove family. I also want to give a special commendation to Chief Human Resource Officer Buck Rogaman and his team. From the first interview to my offer, it was 28 hours. And this was while I literally left that first interview to drive down to Southern California for my brother's wedding. And on the phone in the car, he was asking me, can you do a second interview tomorrow? And we made it happen. And so I just want to thank Chief Human Resource Officer Rogaman and Dr. Adamson and cabinet for all of their hard work in making this happen. So thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Is there any other public comment? We have anybody online? Nobody online? All right. Anybody else in the room? I'm going to bring it to the board. Any board comments?
I'll go quickly and just say it was a pleasure meeting you in closed session, and I'm just really excited to see what you can do here because we are a very special small community and we have a lot of really good district employees. So it's really exciting to have another one joining our team. So thank you for being willing to serve.
Ditto what he said, and welcome to the PGUSD family.
I guess a double ditto and welcome. And we're just so glad and so happy that you're here. And I think you're going to be a really great fit. I can feel that your energy is great. And I really enjoyed meeting you. And I can see from the head nod back there, I'm nailing it. You have a great reputation. So we're excited to have you here. And thank you.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, there's an energy in the room right now, which I think is really kind of undeniable. And, you know, we just met you, but again, it is hard to miss. So welcome. And it's a funny and great and weird little community that we have, but I'm looking forward to everything that you're going to bring to us. It's going to be fantastic. So again, welcome aboard. So thrilled. So with that, I think that's all board comments. And so we need, it is a consent item. It's one item on consent. We do need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion from trustee Dr. Hazen and a second from trustee Otmar. All in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Oh, aye. Anyone opposed? All right, it passes unanimously. So great. That carries. And with that, that is the only item on this evening's agenda. I am so pleased to be also closing this meeting at 6:30. Everybody enjoy the sunset and have a great night.
Yay.